speaker that I'm going to call up is giving a manual speech from the Competent Communication Manual, lesson number 3. The project title is Get to the Point, which I shall in his introduction. The objectives of his manual project are select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purposes. Organize the speech in a manner that best achieves these purposes. Ensure the beginning, body, conclusion, reinforce the purposes, project sincerity and conviction, and control any nervousness that you may feel. Strive not to use notes. His time he was requesting is 7 to 9 minutes. The speech, title of the speech is You Already Possess Everything You Will Ever Need to Be Extraordinary. Please help me welcome a proud member of Changing Winds Toastmasters Club and a person who every day tries to live up to the standard of what it is to be a Toastmaster. Our very own VP of Public Relations, James Sarwell.
The concept is interesting and well-formed, but in order for you to earn a grade that's better than a C, the idea must be feasible. That was written by a Yale University management professor in response to a paper that was turned in by one of his students. The student's name was Fred Smith. The paper was proposing a reliable overnight delivery service. Despite the poor grade he received, Fred Smith went on to form a company that we all know today as FedEx. Distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, Mr. Smith's idea may not have seemed feasible at the time, but would end up changing the world as we know it. History is full of stories like this one. Stories where individuals have told others that their hopes, dreams, and ideas are impossible. Are any of you in here content with just living your lives by what others tell you is possible? The great painter Michelangelo summed it up perfectly when he said, "The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it's too low and we reach it." He was absolutely right. You should always set your sights high, because you just might find that limits are able to be bended and broken, whether it be by luck or your own sheer perseverance. We all have the potential to make some of the most wonderful accomplishments. If you want a future that equals your potential, you must first have the ability to envision it for yourself. But vision alone will not take you to the promised land. You must combine it with equal doses of action and determination. Vision, action, and determination will take you from dreaming of that successful future to actually living it. Vision has to come first. We all have the ability to imagine incredible successes for ourselves. Your ideas and dreams are only limited by the power of your imagination. So you must look toward the future and try to predict positive outcomes ahead of just the here and now. You've got to be a little like Fred Smith, who boldly envisioned a company that would be able to provide a reliable overnight delivery service. Like Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, who started making desktop-style computers out of his own garage because he envisioned the possibility of people all across the country being able to use them. Or like Henry Ford, who so clearly stated his vision when he said, "I will build a motor car for the great multitude, so low in price that no one will be unable to own one, and enjoy with his family the blessing of pleasure in God's great open spaces." These three people certainly did not limit their dreams to what others believed to be feasible. And that is one of the biggest reasons why they were able to enjoy some of the greatest successes in modern history. I encourage all of you to always set your sights high in life and never stop being a visionary. Never stop being a dreamer. And once your vision becomes totally clear, there is no time to waste. It's time for action. Regardless of what it is you want to accomplish, action will set that plan in motion and is the difference between living your dreams or dying with them never being realized. I doubt that anybody in here wants to take their hopes and dreams with them to the grave. So you need action, which includes doing whatever it takes to move your vision along. And that means being able to influence, charm, persuade, arm twist, and yes, even compromise to achieve what you want. You have to work on interpersonal and communication skills. Be active in clubs and organizations. Yes, do exactly what you're doing in this club right now, because you never know when you may have a chance to use your speaking skills to persuade someone into helping you put your ideas into action. Unfortunately, there are times when the action stage can move along in slow motion. So this is where determination will play a major role in your success. I will use myself as an example. About a year ago, I had a vision that if I put my mind to it, I could learn to read, write, and speak Spanish. I knew that this would be an arduous task to achieve, but I wanted it badly enough. So I started putting my vision into action. I checked out the massive Spanish dictionary from the library. I purchased the college Spanish workbooks. I have folders that are crammed full of information. I purchased the Spanish language CDs. I've been going to a Spanish class every Saturday and Sunday. I even have a personal Spanish mentor who helps me while I spend countless hours studying on the unit day in and day out. It's been about 8 months now. And while all the things that I just mentioned are vital to my success, they only make up vision and action. What's going to help me overcome the obstacles, the setbacks, and the time spent that will surely feel like an eternity before I'm reading, writing, and speaking Spanish fluently will be nothing short of my own unrelenting determination. Determination is the heartbeat of your dreams. And it's what keeps your dreams alive day after day after day. Fellow Toastmasters, in conclusion, I will say this. History will continue to have instances where the so-called experts underestimate the capabilities of others. Even friends and loved ones whose opinions you value can also be wrong. People may even think that you're flat out crazy for having such high hopes, dreams, and ideas. But no matter what, you must never stop believing in yourself. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that vision, action, and determination will always have the amazing power to make ordinary people extraordinary. Mr. Toastmaster.
Now let's take 2 minutes to evaluate Mr. Sarwine's speech, and a fine speech it was.